19th, solid day of trading. Not a monster day, but a solid day. KRTX and MYOV. That's going to be the focal point of this video. Two stocks that were really a focal point for me today. And the lesson here that we're going to take from this trade is a lot more mental than it is technical. Okay, a lot more mental than it is technical. And I'm going to start off with talking to you guys about KRTX, and let's give some context here. Okay, I want you guys to start to become smart traders, not greedy traders. Okay, what do I mean by that? KRTX has been the stock that everybody has been talking about for the last 2 days. If this is the first time that you're hearing KRTX, then you've been under a rock for the last 2 days. KRTX is a stock that had news yesterday about positive data on a schizophrenia drug, and the stock has exploded from $33 to $100. Well, technically it was at like $17.50 the day on Friday, but yesterday opened up around 32, 33, and today hit 150. Okay, absolutely insane, the move that this stock has made, and it still really hasn't pulled in. I mean, a very minor pullback here today, but in the grand scheme of things, you guys are looking at this chart, it's really impressive. What I want you guys to understand is that the action you're seeing in KRTX is not normal. This is an outlier. This is not the norm. And lately, the last 2 days, I've been seeing a lot of traders that are allowing themselves to get completely infatuated with KRTX, and that is causing them to change their strategy and change the way that they go about things. Do not be greedy. Do not change your strategy and change your rules because of one trade. KRTX is not the norm. Okay, it's more of an anomaly. You know, a move like this happens, you know, once every several months. Only happens a handful of times a year. But when they happen, it's really fun. They go so far. Everyone's talking about it on social media. It's very exciting. But if you are going to become a consistently profitable trader, and everyone's goal, everyone that's watching this video, your end goal, we all probably shared the same goal. I've reached that goal. Okay, many of you have also reached that goal. But for others that are trying to get to that goal, what is it? Consistent profitability, being able to trade full time and not have to go work for some other ass from the hours of 9 to 5. Okay, take control of your own life, financial freedom, be your own boss. That's everybody's goal. If you are going to become consistently profitable, in order to do that, you need to focus on a strategy and rules that will help you every day, not once a few times a year. Okay, there's not a single trader on the face of the earth that bought KRTX at 33 and sold it at 150. There's not a single one. Okay, so although when these stocks make these moves, it's really fun. It's fun to talk about. You know, you can make huge money in a couple of days, but you still have to stick to your discipline and you have to stick to your strategies. I don't want you guys to change things because of KRTX. And when you get infatuated with a move like KRTX, it creates bad habits. You start to hold on to positions too long. You do not take profits in front of resistance levels. You know, you set your profit targets a lot higher than you normally would because you have FOMO, because you maybe missed KRTX and you think that the next stock that you're going to trade is going to go from $1 to $8. It's going to go from $25 to $75. Those moves do happen, as you can see in KRTX, but it's not normal. Okay? It's not normal. I tried my damnedest to get long KRTX today. I got to tell you, the stock was very difficult for me to trade this morning. I tried getting, this thing had like a $2 spread. Okay, I'm trying to get in there with some pretty decent size. I'm not trying to pay across a $2 spread. I was trying to get filled on the bid, and I just couldn't get in this damn thing. So yeah, I didn't trade KRTX today. I tried. I just couldn't get filled. Right here when we halted right here, got through the high of the day, that's when I really said, okay, you know what, this thing's going to squeeze, we're going to go. I tried getting long, guys, This is crazy. I can't believe a stock that moves this much. This is how much I missed this fill by. Check this out. This tail is 111 cents. Okay? I was sitting with a bid at 99.85. Right there. Right there, 99.85. We went down to 111 cents and then exploded up to 150. Ugh. But anyway, guys, and throughout this whole move here, like, you know, then I moved up. I was trying to like bid my way in here, and I just couldn't get filled. I wasn't ready to pay across like the $2 spread, and I just couldn't get filled. Would have been a really good entry point. Obviously, we made a real nice strong move higher. We squeezed, but I never got the fill. I tried. Believe me, guys, I tried. I never got the fill, and then it just kind of, you know, dudded out the rest of the day and just kind of traded sideways and slowly pulled back in. But MYOV is where I made all my money today. And this is where the be a smart trader, not a greedy trader comes into play. MYOV, excuse me, with the gap up here today, it's kind of pan this over. And now we're going to really get into the greedy part and being a smart trader. Let's first go to the daily chart. Here we are on the daily chart, guys, with the gap up. Okay, you guys see we have a nice little gap fill. A nice little gap fill here from May. That's important. Remember that. Gap fill from May. Remember that. That's important. Let's go back. Okay. Here we have the gap up on MYOV. We push higher off the belt. We pull ourselves in. Oh, damn, guys. I forgot my... I closed chat down without my trade alerts. I closed my trading platform too. I closed everything down, so I don't have my trade alerts. I'm sorry, guys. But whatever. It doesn't matter, because the lesson here, it's irrelevant with my trade alerts. But the lesson here is what we're going to focus on is about being smart and not greedy. So let's get into here, this MOV. We pushed higher off the belt. We had a pull in. We pulled into the 23.6 fib level and VWAP. I got long MYOV at 14.67 right here on this pullback. I almost stopped out of this position right there. I was seconds away from stopping out of this position, but I held on to it because that is dead even the 38.2 Fibonacci level. We'll go back to the daily chart, and it was also the, I don't have my moving average on here either. I don't have my moving averages on here, guys, because I was going through some stuff with our members in chat today. Let's see here. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Just making adjustments. Here we go. Okay, and here's your 200-day moving average. The yellow line on my screen is your 200-day moving average. Actually, let's change this color because my other... Change it to... Let's do purple. All right, so there's the 200-day. Okay, so the 200-day moving average was sitting right there below, okay, that 38.2 Fibonacci level, and that's why I held on during that quick little pullback. Once we pulled back in, I saw the support here. The trade line was working its way up. I said, okay, that's now my low. That's now my true stop loss there, because that was my stop loss area. And I said, now that's my true hard stop. And you can see we pulled in here again, trade line again, support, and we continued higher. And then we got this trade line view up cross right here. You guys have to understand something. This is where things started to change for me. When we got this trade line view up cross, I want you to notice we never really got an increase in volume. Look at the volume down here. Okay, nothing really to brag about. It's not even heavier than the volume we saw early in the morning. Remember that when you guys get a trade line view up crossover, you want to see an increase in volume. Okay, you want to see a strong increase in volume, and you want to see a drastic effect in share price. You want to see the stock react to that trade line view up crossover and move. Okay, and with that move, you want to see that increase in volume. We didn't quite get that volume increase. I didn't really like that all that much, so I went ahead and I took a piece of my position off the table at 15.50. Okay, so I sold 25% of my position at 15.50 right there. Okay, then we pushed up and we moved up higher here, and now that I never got that volume increase, I'm adjusting my expectations on this trade. Not getting that volume increase in this period right in here, after we got the trade line view up crossover, not getting that volume increase is the stock telling me I don't have the momentum we need to break through 17. Why is 17 important? Remember I said, remember that gap from May. Let's draw a line across the high of the day. There's the high of the day. Let's go back to the daily chart. Let's zoom out. look at where that lines up perfectly with a gap fill from May. So that $17 is the gap fill. So now that I am saying to myself, we don't have that increase in volume triggered by the trade line VWAP crossover. So now I'm going to adjust my profit targets. I took 25% off here, and I'm selling the bulk in front of 17. And right up here, as we pushed up to the high of the day, I took the bulk of my position off the table at 1680. Okay. Then as we pan this over, I'm holding on. Now I move I'm holding on to 25% of the position. In case we break through 17 and continue, I'll still be in it. But what I was doing here, guys, was saying, okay, you know what? This last piece, I'm going to hold it to break even. And right here, we broke down below VWAP, and I exited the last piece of that position right there at 1467. I'm sorry, 1465. The entry was 1467. So basically break even flat on that last piece, but I already took the bulk of my position off the table up here. And this is what I mean about being a smart trader versus a greedy trader, because traders that are infatuated with KRTX would have a tendency to sit here in MYOV and not take profits here. They would not take profits here because they have FOMO and they think that MYOV is going to go to $25, okay, because of KRTX. So instead of being smart and taking profits off in front of resistance levels, noticing you're not getting that increase in volume, recognizing the resistance level from the gap fill back from May, and taking profits when the stock gets to those levels, some traders would hold on to their entire position. The stock would roll over, they'd stop out of the position, and they would lose money. Meanwhile, I'm making $2 a share on a few thousand shares. And that's the difference. That's the difference in consistency, okay? So yes, KRTX, lots of fun, guys. I mean, people made boatloads of money on this. It was a really fun stock. It's still on my watches for tomorrow. Hopefully it trades like this for a while. But do not let moves like this cause you to change and alter your strategies, your rules, your disciplines that work on a consistent basis, because KRTX is not the norm. And that is what I mean by be a smart trader, not a greedy trader. I'll see you guys in chat.